This map of the Philippines represents the beginning of the United States imperialism with the purchase of the Philippines for $20 million from Spain. This newspaper article represents how the media blew up the crisis in Cuba out of proportion, angering the public and starting the cause of the war. This picture represents Jose Marti and his efforts to bring U.S. intervention by burning down U.S. sugar mills and plantations. This represents how the media blew the crisis in Cuba out of proportion, causing the U.S. to get involved. This represents Hearst and Pulitzer creating competing papers called the New York World and the New York Journal, and competing with each other for the best paper. This represents the U.S. Forming a blockade around Cuba and keeping Spain from entering and trading with the Cuban natives. This represents George Dewey attacking Spanish ships. His acts in the beginning of the war represent the superiority of U.S. naval forces. This picture represents the purchase of the Philippines by the United States after the Spanish were defeated. This represents the aftermath of the battle in the Philippines after George Dewey attacked and destroyed the Spanish fleets. This is the Rough Riders, and it is an African-American volunteer cavalry under the command of Teddy Roosevelt in Cuba. This represents the treaty in which the U.S. gains Guam and Puerto Rico and Spain frees Cuba. And this represents the U.S. acquisitions from Spain in which they won Guam and Puerto Rico and purchased the Philippines for $20 million.